Good day everyone, to the first exercise of chapter 8.3 enlargements. And this exercise is really there to give you a feeling of how enlargements exactly work when drawing figures and what enlargements do. So they start with a pentagon here, not a regular one, just a normal pentagon. And they say, well, the image, so this is going to be your object, what you start with. The image, which happens after being applied a scale factor to, is A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, E prime. Sometimes I say A accent, B accent, but I think prime is mathematically more correct. A prime, etc. has a scale factor of 3. What does a scale factor do? A scale factor makes every line, all the dimensions, 3 times as large. So for example, AE here is 2 grid spaces, right? So if I start with A right here, then my new grid space is going to be 2, 4, 6. It's going to be right here. Right? So that's going to be A and E prime. Let's see, you can already name those if you want to. This is going to be A prime and this is going to be B prime. Okay, oh, not B prime, I'm sorry, E prime. Now all the other lines get 2 times as big, or 3 times as big as well. So what I now like to do is say, well, I know C is in the middle here, and normally it was 3 spaces away, so C must now be 3, 6, 9. So here must be C prime. From C to B was 2, so now it's 2, 4, 6. So 2, 4, 6. So here is where B must be. So just remember, every line becomes 3 times as large. So this line here also becomes 3 times as large. You can measure it if you want to. Well, if this grid space here is exactly just as big as this grid space. What you could have done is saying, well, normally you go 3 to the right, 1 down. Now I go 3 to the right, 1 down, 3 to the right, 1 down, 3 to the right, 1 down. That is how you could find B prime as well. So for example, if I now want to find D prime, normally it was 1 to the right, 2 up. So now it's 1 to the right, 2 up, 1 to the right, 2 up, 1 to the right. And as you can see, I messed this up a bit. Let's shrink it, put it right here. 1 to the right, 2 up, 1 to the right, 2 up, and 1 to the right, 2 up. It must be right here. That is D prime. And now I can connect the last one, E prime, to this one, which normally was 4 to the right, 1 up. 4 to the right, 1 up, 4 to the right, 1 up, 4 to the right, 1 up. This is going to be exercise A. Every line has become exactly 3 times as big. At B, they want you to do or draw an exercise where the scale factor is 0.5, or you could say a half. So every line becomes a half times as big. You can also say it's becoming twice as small. So normally AE was 2 grid spaces, yeah, now it's only 1. So this here is A double prime, prime prime, and this is E double prime. Now, normally I would go for C, it was in the middle of here, 3 to the right, so now it's in the middle of here, and 1.5 to the right. So this becomes a bit messy, this drawing, you could say. So C must be right here. And I'm going to delete this one because it's not in the drawing. This is C double prime. Normally I now go 2 down, so now I go 1 down. So D must be around here. D double prime. Then I can now connect those two, right? And normally for D, I went 4 to the right, 1 up. So now I go 2 to the right and a half up. So D must be here. And then I can connect those as well. You see, this is a bit more finicky because it's getting quite small. And I see that I also incorrectly named this D. This has to be B. Ha, now it's still B. Okay, so here, if it has a scale factor of a half, every line becomes half times as big. I rather say everything becomes 2 times as small. All the lines. And how you construct it after that, you can use your protractor, you can count grid spaces, that's up to you. Okay? Good luck.